Well, here we are live once again. Hope you got the notification and you are watching this live. If not, and you're watching the replay, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Put in the comments below, subscribe tribe, hit the bell for notifications so you know the next time I go live. The idea here is to give you awesome live content with the ability to chat with me and ask your questions and potentially do some live phone calls. Yes, we're going to get into it today. $10,000 in primary trade lines, how you can operate and beat the Oscar system, right? And the potential for you to, that's right. What? Right here, sue and win. Get you some money in your pocket if your rights have been violated, all right? So hang in here. I'm about to do this. Put the sites up for y'all so y'all know where to go. 609creditrepair.com, theawesomelifegroup.com, where we can do it for you. So be 609 Angie Mac. Hi, how are you? Good to see you. Glad you could make it on this wonderful Saturday afternoon. It is wonderful to be here with you as well. So if you want this information, you can get it at 609creditrepair.com or we can do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. Okay. Hey, what's up? What's up, Brandon? Hello. Hopefully the audio is a bit better. I'm working on it. Still wait for it. Got a new mic, so hopefully that it's a little bit better. All right. We'll get us a better mic, and hopefully the office space was kind of cleared out, so I put some things in here. Audio isn't bad. Good. At least it's not bad. Okay, good. There we go. So let's get into it, guys. Y'all are here. Thank you for the thumbs up. We've got thumbs up. I appreciate you. Hey, Timothy, Sky, Quinn, Ace. All right. Crystal Fulton. Wow. Hey, Brandon, you're amazing. You're amazing, Crystal. You guys are amazing. All right. Black Beard Dave. Good to see you. Hey, Mo Dill. Yo, what's up? All right. So let me tell you about these primary trade lines, okay? While we say hello and we get introduced, everybody wants to know how to get $10,000 guaranteed primary trade line. All that money in your little hot hands. Get hot. I can feel it. Ooh, 10K. How do you do it? K Davis. Hey, how are you? $10,000. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay. Now, of course, these are less than desirable credit scores that potentially you might have out there if you're watching this replay and when you want to get primary lines, you're thinking, man, Brandon, I'm getting declined for everything. I'm getting denied for loans. I can't get nothing. I can't get my house. I can't get my FHA loan. This is a big thing. I've gotten people that want to get houses, want to get those FHA loans. Yeah, sure, we can set you up with AU trade lines, but that is for almost everything else. The mortgage will help with the AU trade lines, but they also want to see primary trade lines. So when you want to buy your home, when you want to get that dream car, primary lines are going to help out. It's part of the process, right? So we dispute all the negative stuff off there. We get some AUs on there. We get your own primary lines on there. We get your own good credit trade lines on there. But when you're starting out and you don't know where to go and your credit utilization is down and all this stuff, I recommend My Jewelry Club. Okay. I know you guys have probably heard it before. $5,000 out the gate. They post to all your reports. $5,000 out the gate. You make a small purchase on their website. You're good to go. Guaranteed. They do not deny anyone. And now you got $5,000 for you to utilize. Okay. Boom. It goes on your scores. Now all of a sudden your utilization looks better. You want the next one. New Coast Direct. It's another situation. There might be an annual fee involved. Take a look at that one. It may not suit everybody. I'm not saying it suits everybody. These are practical steps that some people can take when they're looking. I've gotten emails where people are in a rush, okay? They don't have time to go to for a few months to do their credit repair. They want Mo Dill. Jewelry Club is the ish. That's right. Jewelry Club is pretty awesome. They don't necessarily want to go through 2 or 3 months or 3 or 4 months of credit repair. They don't have that time. They want to get their FHA loan today. So out there today, you could go get $10,000 worth of primary lines and you could start that process. Your credit utilization looks better. It's going to boost your score in the next couple of months as you make those on-time payments. And I think that's a great strategy on top of your credit repair. Okay. Let's get into the credit repair side of it. Now, you can add that AU trade lines as well. 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 is possible. Okay. what we do is we take a look at your report, make sure that we kind of know where you are and what kind of needs to go on there, because some situations when you're down, way down in those low 500s and the 600s, you're not quite ready for an AU. You need more of a primary. That's going to give you a better boost. That's going to be your bread and butter, because the AU trade line is for that last little cleanup at the end. We've gone through the process. You're in the higher, mid sixes, you're getting it up to the 700s. You're in the mid high 600, 700. You want to go from 700 to 720, 750, 780. You want to get to the 800s, right? That's all strategy, and that's what we do at the Awesome Life Group. All right, that's what I do on the email support. That's what I do for you guys here. So let me know if you have some questions. Write them in there. I'm going to get to beating the eOscar system and a method, a demand letter for eOscar, and why you want this demand letter from 609creditrepair.com. Okay, so you recently, in this letter, it says, I recently submitted a request for investigation for an account, right? So, can I repeat the second company? Yes, I can. New Coast Direct. I'll actually put it up there for you. New Coast Direct. See, this is why we do it live, so you guys get to ask me questions. And this will give you 10K. Okay. Now, there's also Hutton Chase. I'm typing that up for you. Hutton Chase will give you another big primary trade line. They don't report to all three, so take a look. And then Ox Publishing. With those, you could potentially get 15,000, 20,000 of your own primary lines, even with less than desirable credit. I know everybody's going to come along. Everybody's going to get up in that 700 club, because this is what I'm working for. I'm working for it. Oh, thank you, Miss Lopez. Hey, Brennan, the Awesome Life Group is really helping me raise my credit fast. Taylor is doing an awesome job. Thank you. Thank you. We are working on the process of the Awesome Life. We are looking to add some individuals as well and get trained, and so we can support your guys' needs even better, so you have even more customer support. I feel like customer support is the backbone. Someone, you can call somebody up, you can get somebody, you can email, you can get your support questions asked. You're going to get some education stuff from me. Hopefully very soon. We started a process of doing videos and calls from me that you could potentially get as a client of Awesome Life. So you're going to get more support. It's coming up. I was on the phone this morning with my partner, Cornita, and we strategized. Yes, it's afternoon for me, but my day started 7 a.m. on a Saturday. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm at 712, but I have high credit utilization. Will getting a trade line help? Yes, it will. Hutton cost. Oh, Hutton Chase. All right. Yes, getting a trade line could potentially help bring your available credit up, so it looks like you're using less. Okay, AUs, primaries. If you have a buddy who's got good credit and you want to put the AU on that, that's all great, fine, and dandy. All right, fantastic. Now, let's get to this demand letter. When these guys be playing games and they know they're not verifying properly. Okay. So you disputed a certain account, you put the account number in here. I submitted enough information for you to carry out a reasonable investigation of my dispute. Since you obviously did not investigate this account through enough time, the last time I submitted, so you did not investigate this account thoroughly enough the last time I submitted one, okay? So this is what you do, okay? If you had investigated properly, rather than using your eOscar system, you would have known that not only I have never been late on this account, but I am not sure that this account is even verified. Is it potentially mine? Your company claims that it's verified. Is this verified, okay? Ace One is interested in funding. We'll talk about funding if you want. We absolutely will. And I'll explain to you how you can get funding and what the difference is, okay? Is credit check total reliable? Maybe, maybe not. It's not your actual FICOs, but they do update your credit reports every 30 days, and they're pretty good about the reporting. The score, not so much, but the reports, yeah. So in this letter, we also add Cushman versus TransUnion, Stephen versus TRW, which is Experian, Richardson versus Equifax, a lot of case law. And if you've seen my last videos, we've talked about adding case law to your letters, and we have them for you at 609creditrepair.com, okay? What is eOscar? Great. eOscar is their automated service, their automation, their computers. They take your little stuff, they might scan it or put a code in. Even if they see it, they can put a code in, okay? And what happens is eOscar is like an intranet almost. It only is set up with collectors and creditors. So they have it. It's this little system they use. And so the creditor on their side or collector on their side can say, yep, verified. And all they do, they're just punching numbers. This is why I encourage you all to send collection validation letters to the collectors at the same time, which you can get in the Beyond Committed package, right? So you send a letter to the collector at the same time as you dispute with the creditor. So now they have to do their own internal investigation and they have to send you a response. They can't go through an electronic system like eOscar. They've got to do a reasonable investigation like said in here and send you back information. The same thing with them. But if they go through eOscar and they automatically verify things and they don't give you the information like original signed contract with your name on it, a copy of that, recording, a video of you signing, anything, application, something beyond, oh, it's verified, here's some statements. Beyond that, okay, without 100% or without other inaccuracies like names different, socials different, addresses different, all this stuff, this is what I sent the collection validation letters and now I have a ton of bill collectors calling me. Can I do to stop it? They're so rude. Absolutely. Cease and desist letter, not a problem. Angel, cease and desist letter. We have those for you. Also, you don't even have to send them a letter. You can just say all correspondence need to be done in the mail, or you can talk to my attorney, right? I actually did that one time when I did have a lawyer, and you can hang up on them. You're done, okay? So this automated system traps the collectors and the creditors and the bureaus up because they're not doing a reasonable investigation, and that's what we say right here, okay? You cannot merely parrot information from the creditors and collectors agency. That they have conducted an independent, reasonable investigation to ensure the validity of the debt and honest credibility of the creditor in this question. Sending out a generic form through your eOscar system does not even contain, right? Say, does not even contain my reasons, okay? Does not even contain the reasons that you disputed, okay? It is not reasonable, okay? If you've not initiated an investigation regarding my dispute as under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, I will have to take action, legal action, okay, guys? As I'm sure you are aware, each violation of the Fair Credit Reporting Act is $1,000 should this matter end up in court, okay? And we'll continue to talk about, you know, how to sue and win, that kind of stuff, okay? And the violations that they have. So this could be $1,000 in your pocket, all right? So, Don Beard, what did I miss? You missed primary trade lines. We're about to talk about funding, all right? We're about to get into some live calls. Stay tuned, guys. Stay here. Stay here. We got the live calls coming. I got that 800 number for you, all right? You can ask me a question online here, right here in the chat, or you can give me a ring here coming up, all right? Let's talk about funding. So you want funding for your business. Everybody talks about funding. What is funding? Funding, everybody's this term. Okay, it can either be unsecured credit cards or it can be a loan. Unsecured credit cards or it can be a loan. Most times it's unsecured credit cards. Most times, most people want to get funding. They are giving a personal guarantee, okay? If you give a personal guarantee, your credit score needs to be about 720. Okay, that's all you need. Jera Sky, where's Jera? Jera is recovering from working on her live stream. Next time. Jera next time. Jera was very working on her own channel, working hard. So that's yeah, she's recovering from her own. How much does the credit cards charge monthly? How much does the credit cards charge monthly? Nothing. For those primary lines, there's no monthly charges. There's no monthly charges for those. There might be an annual fee for New Coast Direct, but you'll just make a purchase with New Coast Direct, My Jewelry Club, and you'll be able to get those cards, okay? Take a look, make sure, double check. I'm not affiliated with them, all right, at this time. I'm not affiliated with them, so I don't know all their stuff. I'm not, you know, so double check. They could change things on a monthly basis, all right? Now, let's get into this funding, okay? So you're giving a personal guarantee. My company is now helping people. We've been doing it, business credit. We just had somebody get their net 30s, which is fantastic, and they're on their way to business funding with no personal guarantee. So that takes about 6 months. And what you're doing is you're getting the net 30s, you're getting the store cards, and then you're moving up to the big boys or the MasterCards, the cash cards. When you start talking about cash cards, MasterCard, Amex, Visa, cash cards, that's funding. You could potentially get loans on credit, cash, or collateral. That's funding. You can go to non-conventional sources for funding rather than just a bank. Funding is loans in either unsecured credit cards or a loan with terms. So what do they typically like your scores to be? About 700, 720-ish for if you're giving a personal guarantee. But what's great is you can get stuff. What's great, got my mic here, got my mic. What's great is if you build credit in your business name, in your corporation's name, you don't have to eventually give a personal guarantee. That's what we're helping people do. We have a client who's going through the process right now. We've got who is close to the end of the process right now, and we have other clients going through the process right now. They are getting their entities up and running, their EINs, they're getting some net 30s, with some people getting store cards, and you got to know the lending procedures for this. This is why we've invested in a financial advisor. This is why we have a team for this, because when I started out, I applied for a Dell card and didn't realize Dell wanted 2 years of history. They want 2 years of you being in business. So I applied for that, didn't realize there was Tiger Direct where I could have got my computers from, and they don't require 2 years. Do you see? So knowing that kind of information is very important. Okay. How do I get the new EOSCO? Okay, the letter's in there. It's part of the Demand of Credit Bureau investigation letter. Okay, you can get that at 609creditrepair.com. We have all the big package, all the letters. Beyond Committed package. Also, this eOscar letter is fantastic. Other ways to beat eOscar. Highlighters, writing it. We staple our stuff. I didn't even know I was doing when I first started. The stuff is on 2 pages. You put a staple on it. They have to manually put it in and review it. The problem is they try to scan everything. They try to outsource stuff overseas. Secrets here, guys, secrets. So a lot of stuff will go overseas. Sometimes what you can do on the letter, on the back of the envelope, this is just a little trick secret, all right? Because I give secrets to the subscribe tribe, so you should hit the subscribe button now if you're watching the replay. Hit that like button if it's helping you out. On the back, put do not process overseas, process in the United States, stuff like that, all right? Does business credit come with the Beyond Committed program I already purchased? Business credit. Business credit is a program that we have that is a separate entity. So you can do it yourself, business credit. The business credit, you could go to like a nav.com and they walk you through the process, and you have to pay for their premium service if you want them to help you, but there's like a outline of kind of what you do. I'm giving it to you for free here right now. You can set up your corporation, your LLC. Okay. I would encourage you to do that rather than a sole proprietorship. You would be able to go ahead and get your bank account for your bank account is important, guys. This is what's interesting. A lot of people miss that step. You need your own business bank account because eventually you're going to need a bank score. Yes, a bank score. We can talk about that in a little bit. Then you want to go ahead and start setting up your net accounts. Okay, these vendor accounts that you're actually using. My company uses office supplies. They use computers. So it's Tiger Direct, it's Quill, it's Uline, it's Granger for first aid kits and batteries. Dell Card, Home Depot when we were buying paint to paint the office. Stuff like this, stuff you're actually going to use. If you want business credit with a personal guarantee, you could get business credit today if you have a good credit score. You could get a unsecured MasterCard, Visa, Amex, Discover in your business name. You would just put your own social on it. The problem with that is you are on the hook for it. Some people do it. I've had to do it. That's where you get the ball rolling until you know about no unsecured business credit with no personal guarantee. You work your way up like that. You list your company in 411. You list it on Google My Business, Yahoo My Business, and you move up to getting the store cards like the Home Depots, Apple. Oh man, geez, there's so many now. Walmart, Costco. We had a business line for that. So, Krista, I'm so lost. LOL. It's not a problem. We can go over business credit. I could do just a business credit webinar for you guys, and we could talk about that. So it's not a problem. But the idea is that you will eventually have a mix of about 50K in business credit with the unsecured cards. Now, when you go to the unsecured cards, what you do is you don't give them your social. You make them pull your business credit from Dun & Bradstreet, from Experian, okay? FICO has one now too. They're getting in the game, okay? So you make them pull your business credit scores and you don't give them their social. All right. That's how you do it. Then you don't have to do all that stuff. Yes. All right. Please answer Joy's question. All right. Let's see. Joy. I don't know how to tailor my disputes to LexisNexis. Do I use 609 letters sent to the major bureaus and tailor it for LexisNexis? Please help. Thanks. How do you dispute LexisNexis and why would you dispute LexisNexis? Yes, the idea is LexisNexis is under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, okay? They are a credit bureau as much as they don't want to be a credit bureau. I know you see me leaning, I'm leaning into the mic, okay? I'll put the mic more here. I don't want to put it on the computer, but yes, you can put LexisNexis's information on the 609 dispute letters. All you got to do is put the address in there, send it out to them, and dispute with them. In 30 days from when they get the letters, they have to postmark you a response. Absolutely. That's all you have to do. Dispute the bankruptcy that you have there. Dispute the eviction you have there. We've got a wonderful testimonial of a young woman. She didn't want to show her face, but she, not everybody wants to be on camera and stuff like that. They get worried about their security. Hey, I worry about that sometimes too, right? So eviction was removed from LexisNexis and CoreLogic by sending the 609 letters into them. These places that have your information, like screening reporters for your rental history and all these people who's trying to be like, oh, we're not a credit bureau, they fall under the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You can send the 609 letter to them and stuff gets disputed, okay? Okay, will you give a consult over the phone? If so, when should I call and what do you charge for business credit stuff? Okay, cool. If you sign up with my company to do business credit, okay, we do free consultations. We do free consultations for business credit. You want to be in the game for your business already, right? So you want to have an entity set up so we can get that going. Yeah. All right, so let's see what we got. That's true. He is telling the truth, folks. I have those trade lines. That's fantastic. Fantastic. The old fourth letter. What do you do with the fourth letter? Okay, cool. Make sure that you're sending collection validation letters. Make sure you've built your case. Make sure you're ready to go. If they haven't sent you any verification, this is what we go to. How to sue and win. How to take them to court and win. Okay. Now, if they refuse to correct information after being provided proof of the inaccuracy, okay, $1,000, Fair Credit Reporting Act, Section 623. I know somebody asked, do you have the 623 method? Yes, I've been giving that as part of the package. The Beyond Commit package has a 623 method. All you're doing in the 623 method, and I could pull this up for you and read this to you guys so you understand what you can do when you send a letter. So you're worried, you're like, oh, what do I do after 4? Hey, this is easy. This is easy time. You just send a letter to the creditor's legal department, okay? And you ask them, basically, do they have an application or documentation on file? And what they'll tell you is it's all with the collector. They can't prove it, okay? How did you investigate this account without any documentation? I contacted the collection agency your rep told me about, and they could not validate the debt. I know a lot of you guys are out there and they're like, I talked to the creditor. They said, I can't even pay with them. It's charge off. It's out of their hands. It's with the collector now. Well, great. How did you investigate this account without any documentation? I contacted the collection agency your rep, the creditor's rep, told me about, and they could not validate the debt. This collection agency subsequently removed all the information regarding this account from their credit reports, or they did not provide any verification or validation that this is true. Okay. If this inaccurate information is not removed from my credit reports, I'll file suit against your company. That's it. Send it certified mail, and you've got them dead to rights. Extent of damages incurred by wrong parties as deemed by the court. So the court could actually say, hey, this is more than $1,000. Okay. This individual can't get a car note. Okay. And because of that, they can't go to work. And because of that, they can't invest that money that they were planning on investing in real estate. I saw some of you say, hey, I've got a real estate company. I can't pay for services to get business credit. So you're costing me thousands and thousands of dollars. I personally have not done this, but I have been around individuals in this industry and have gone to conferences. I saw with my 2 eyes a settlement for a significant amount of money. It was about $20,000 that a creditor had to pay to a person who was damaged. That was the settlement. That was an out-of-court settlement because they didn't want to go to court. Okay. That was an out-of-court settlement because they don't want to go to court. A judge, a jury, all that, a judge didn't deem that. It was the big bank scared, worried, here, take your money. We don't want to deal with it. That's what you get. Okay. That's what's in the Beyond Committed package. This is how to sue and win without an attorney. Okay. And if you need an attorney, there's attorneys out there, like free credit repair attorney. Okay. These people will help you because they know they're violating rights. They know they can make money. Okay. Yes, Roy, exactly. Follow the system. It'll work. Keep copies. If you need to send certified receipts, build your case. Build your case. We got some other questions coming out. But if I call LexisNexis and have them to freeze my account, can you still see my eviction? Okay, this is a great question. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, some parties will not be privy to that information. Some parties might be privy to that information. Consumers at the retail level may not be able to see it. So somebody's pulling it, they're like, oh, we can't see it. Somebody at a bureau might be able to pull it, maybe, maybe not. The big thing is disputing them out of the eviction, out of LexisNexis, disputing the bankruptcy out of LexisNexis, out of Pacer system, out of CoreLogic, the eviction. Okay, don't leave them any wiggle room. Okay, don't leave them any wiggle room. You want to make sure that they're gone. All right. Okay, so this is a pretty good question. I think this happens to many people. What if collections have come off from round one? So you've got collections that came off but haven't received a report, and it's past 30 days from when they received it. Do I still send a non-response letter? Okay, so if the mail's running a little slow, all right, you give them their time, okay? But yes, you send them the non-response letter. Even though things have come off, even though things have been deleted, you didn't get a response, right? You didn't get anything in the mail. How would you know if you weren't doing what you're supposed to be doing on your end? They're supposed to be doing what they're supposed to be doing on their end, okay? They're supposed to be sending you a response. That's a violation, right? That is a violation. You want them to know that they're violating your rights. Hey, it's do a reasonable investigation. Don't be going through ridiculous stuff like eOscar and doing all this nonsense. Send me back the documentation you have within 30 days from when you get the letters. Postmark me a response. That's what they got to do among 300 other things that have to be reported properly on your reports. So if they're not playing, they're playing games, yes, call them out on it. Even though you're getting results, you're going to get better results because you know the laws. You're going to get better results because you're doing what you need to do to trap them up. Don't let them off the hook. That's why there's over 4 pages of violations. They reinserted a deleted item and didn't give you 5 business days written notice for a reinsertion letter. I don't know if you've seen it yet. I'm putting out a video about reinsertion letter and how we have a reinsertion letter here, and you'll be able to get it at 609creditrepair.com. But that's $1,000 for them reinserting a letter and not reinserting something and not giving you notification in writing within 5 business days of doing so. That's a FCRA violation. The bureaus need to do that. So if they're not responding, they're not sending their letters, they're not doing their job. This is how you get stuff deleted because they're violating your rights. All right. My jewelry cup. And what's the name of the other one? New Coast Direct. New Coast Direct Trade Line Primary. I'm gonna type this up for you guys so you have it. Get you 5,000. Get you 10,000. Get it underway. All right. Get you the goods. All right. Hey, I'm new here. Welcome, Sophie. Welcome. All right. Do I send out my first round of letters to all the credit bureaus, I'm guessing? And can I use the first letter for check systems, early warnings, consumer? Great. So we have special letters for check systems and a letter for early warnings. Check systems and early warnings are a little different. So if you are new here and you're not 100% sure what that is, it's for bank accounts. It's for getting your checking, savings, being able to do business with the bank without having one of those second chance bank accounts where you got these weird fees or interest, or you get minimum check writing, you can't move money around, you can't use it to whatever, right? So there's special letters that are more geared towards check systems and early warnings. If you don't have those, I encourage you guys to grab them if you need them. If you can't get your bank accounts open, it's very interesting. LexisNexis helps check systems. We found this out. My partner actually sealed LexisNexis and couldn't open a bank account because LexisNexis was frozen, not check systems. So if you have discrepancies in LexisNexis, public records, bankruptcy issues, you've got, I've seen people who are like, look, I had the bankruptcy and the eviction, now I can't get a bank account. You've got stuff in check systems that could potentially affecting, or LexisNexis that could potentially be affecting check systems. Those are fantastic letters that you can send 609 letters to them and get that stuff out of there. All right. What happens? Let me see. Do you want to put a security freeze on all 3 of my credit reports during the credit? Do you want to put a credit freeze on your credit reports during the credit rebuilding process and know what is the standard procedure for doing that? Okay. Yes, you could. It's nice, especially if you don't want to apply for credit. But if you want to apply for credit, if you want to get some AU trade lines, if you want to get some primary trade lines, if you want to go ahead and maybe get a self-lender. Self-lender has been pretty good. People boost their score about 30 points with that. If you want to get something like that, you're going to need that stuff unlocked. Okay, so there is no standard for you because everybody's credit is a fingerprint. It's unique. Okay, so I don't want to say you need to seal your bureaus right now, because what if you don't need to? What if you want to get some trade lines, you want to get some stuff, some self-lender, some secure builders, some all this stuff? Your lines, your reports are going to need to be open. But let's say you don't, you just want to dispute some negative things. You don't want, maybe you are a victim of the Equifax breach, guys. All right, that has been nasty. So you want to seal and freeze that stuff. You don't want to handle, this ridiculousness. You don't want to put anything on your reports. You don't want any inquiries. You don't want to make the mistake, so you could freeze it and you can dispute. And yes, you can dispute during the freeze process. Okay, so you definitely could. How do you take off foreclosures before it expires with bureaus? Nice. So foreclosures, if they're in public records right now, they're probably reporting inaccurately. So foreclosures, if it's not like a charge-off situation and it's in public records, that's supposed to be gone. That along with the tax liens. A lot of these public records were supposed to be removed, okay? So that's just a simple letter to them, send a dispute, unverified / was supposed to be removed with public records, okay? If it says charge off for some reason, send, and it's with a collector and it's gone, right? It's done with. You want to send a validation letter, find out what the inaccurate reporting is. The foreclosure might have, amongst other things, right? So if they don't have the contract that for the home and all this stuff, yes, of course, the instrument of indebtedness, but they might be reporting your balances incorrectly. You might not have had as much as what they're trying to make out. So they might have tacked on fees and all sorts of other nasty things for the foreclosure, or there was a settlement and now they're saying, okay, the collector owes this and the original creditor has this balance, this liability on there. So your liabilities are probably different than what they're supposed to be. That type of reporting is completely 100% inaccurate and needs to be deleted, okay? Also, update your addresses, okay? Update your address for foreclosure. Since then, you've moved. Make sure you got one clean address. This is going to make it harder for them to verify that kind of stuff, all right? Hey, Brandon, keep up the good work. Thank you. Let me hook you up with my sister. One love Lamborghini. Brandon, let me hook you up with your sister, with my sister. That's funny. That's great. Excellent, excellent. When do you unfreeze LexisNexis? Hey, you unfreeze LexisNexis when you're ready to. Let's say you need to apply for a bank account. You want to unfreeze LexisNexis, all right? So I had a buddy who needed to go get a business bank account, and they were going to offer him a personal. It's for just free. And so LexisNexis needed to be unfrozen, okay? And it was taking advantage of that. So that's fantastic, a nice offer there. Anytime that you need information that someone's going to pull from there, right? So background checks, licenses, specific. I mean, people who have maybe aviation or truck driving licenses are on there. A lot of truckers, a lot of people don't even realize that their class certification licenses are on there. And if you're applying for a job or starting your own company, you probably want that unsealed. For the most part, you won't need it unsealed. It's this weird thing. If you have not seen your LexisNexis report, I would encourage you to get it because it could be 50 to 100 pages. It's crazy. Hey, thank you. Appreciate the videos coming out every day. I appreciate you watching every day. Can Can you repeat the two companies, Jewelry Club Direct and New Coast Direct? Okay. How can I update my credit report to only show one address? I'm glad you asked. Let me see if I got that letter. There it is. Here it is. All right. So you put your name, your address, your social. You'll put Equifax, TransUnion, Experian. To whom it mother loving concerns, all right? I'm just kidding. It says, to whom it concerns, I recently pulled a credit report, a copy of my credit report, and I noticed the following informations were erroneous, okay? Name, address. And then you put your names in there, your address in there. With the amount of identity theft going on, I am very fearful that someone could mistakenly identify me as someone else and with someone else's inaccurate information. I just want to make sure that this stuff is 100% accurate. Boom. That kind of stuff. You can list that, okay? How do I get a copy of my report from LexisNexis? You can go to LexisNexis Consumer, and I had the link. Ooh. I get A's on my credit repair. Working so hard. All right, cool. Let me see here. Full file disclosure. Let me pull up this link for you. Bam. Get your LexisNexis right there. I got the link for you. Your boy doesn't fail you, okay? From $590 to $780 because of you, sir. Hey, thank you very much, Demetrius. I'm glad to hear. I've enjoyed the series. All right, got committed. How do I send an automatic library? Yes, Kevin. All right, email me if you have any other questions or concerns as well. Info at 609creditrepair.com, teambelieve@gmail.com. If you need some more support or help or something that you need, okay, something you're missing, or maybe you need a prorated amount, maybe you started with the $9 package or the $27 package, you want that beyond committed, we can prorate stuff, we can take care of you. Whoa. Able to get bankruptcy cleared from Equifax. Wow, crazy. Thank you. 5 months. That's awesome. Fantastic. All right, let's get into it. I'm pumped. We got almost 100 people here. Thank you so much. We have 30 minutes. I'm going to give you another 30 minutes. I'm going to give you another 30 minutes. Let me get this number. Let me get this number out. The reason I'll just put the number up because I want the subscribe tribe to get it. All right. This is only for live streamers, subscribe tribe. Here we go. 800-216. I'm going to type it in for you. 800. We'll do some live calls here. 216. Free credit repair. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Okay. Make sure I put that in right. All right. Cool. I really appreciate you guys being here. I really appreciate you being a part of the subscribe tribe. I'm getting the phone ready. Okay. I'm getting the phone ready. And I appreciate you asking your questions. All right. Here we go. Call for extension. Good afternoon. This is Brandon Weaver. How are you doing today?
How you doing? I was just watching you live.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you so much. I will do my best to answer your question. I appreciate you. What can I help you with today?
Okay. I sent in my first letters to collection portfolio recovery. They was reporting two accounts from my original collectors on my credit report twice, and I sent my first round of collection letters. They sent me a whole bunch of letters, a bank statement, and then they sent me another letter saying, if you do not reply, we assume this letter is yours. This is your debt.
Those games, just jokers, which is great. Okay. We have a response letter for that. We have a second round collection validation letter. And this is great because they think you're going to get scared. You think that, I guess just send them a letter back. And they cannot do that. What they're trying to do is what's called a tacit agreement, or just saying in layman's, in simple terms, it's like saying, well, hey, if you don't dispute it, we're just going to assume it's yours. And we'll just try and, the reason they do that is because they don't have an agreement. If it was true, blue, yours, and all this stuff verified, they would say, hey, we have an original instrument of indebtedness. This is yours. We purchased this from X, Y, and Z bank. This is the agreement that we purchased it from them. This is the agreement you signed originally that says it gives third parties the right to purchase your contract, right? That in of it itself is just something that I know. I'm not even a lawyer, right? I'm not even a lawyer. This is something consistently with common sense of how the law works, how that should transpire. Right? But they didn't give you any of that. What they sent a BS letter saying, hey, if you don't respond in 30 days, we're going to assume it's yours. It's very weak, very weak. So what I have in response to that, and it's duplicate accounts, right? So it's duplicate, unverified, inaccurate accounts. Three, you got them for trifecta, okay? This is a letter that you can send back. I have previously sent you a request to validate my debt under FCR, Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. And all I received was itemized lists of alleged charges, billing statements, things like this. This does not meet the Federal Trade Commission, FTC guidelines. And it goes on to state case law, Spears versus Vernon, okay? And it talks about how they were in the wrong. Okay, the bureaus were in the wrong, the collectors were in the wrong, and the FCP, okay, the FCDPA, the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, okay, this is how it is for you and how you can take them to court, okay? But since you probably don't want to just run off and do that and, get all crazy, you just want it off your reports, right? That's all you want. So you send them the letter back. And this time, make sure if you haven't done it this time, and it's not always, you don't have to do this, but you can send it certified. You trap them up this way. Make sure they have to sign for it. Get your little stuff together. Reach out to potentially a consumer protection lawyer to get a free consultation, guys. Okay, so this is the big thing. This is the big thing. People think, oh, well, I can't afford an attorney. Well, maybe not, but many of them will give their services away for free for just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and say, hey, look, I know this isn't 100% accurate. How do I handle this? I had a customer who just had someone help them a little bit, guide them through the process. Okay, well, you just go down to your local courthouse, you file this paperwork, this is how you can get it done. All right, not a problem. Make sure that you stay on it because this is only round one. Right? So you stay round one with the 609 lenders, round one with the collectors. Make sure that you continue this process because if they know you know the law and that you could take them to court, they will stop. And we've seen it over and over and over and over and over again. Done this for years, seen it over and over and over again. And it happened to me. People sent me that letter when I was younger. I ignored it. I still disputed it later and still got it off. I didn't know no better, right? I didn't know any better. I should have responded to them. But you still don't ever fear, don't ever think that they're in control. You are in control. Okay. So that'll get you pumped up, psyched up. I know it's kind of long. What else do you have for me? Do you have any other questions or concerns?
I sent a letter too before I got back the letter.
Oh, you sent it a little quick. Sent it a little quick. All right. Yeah, I got you. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Well, no worries. If you sent that a little quick, let's see what we got. Got another one here. Let me see what we got. And you can see what they say to that too. If they sent, you could send that again too, since you sent it and then they're playing games and all that stuff. But again, after the collection agency fails to validate your debt, you could send this letter as well to the credit bureaus and push on them and tell them that they haven't verified anything. Let me just kind of condense this. I've disputed this account information as inaccurate with you, and you have come back to me and stated you were able to verify this debt. How is this possible? Under the laws of the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, I've contacted the collection agency myself and have been unable to get them to verify that this is indeed my debt. Okay, so you have that option as well. So you can push on the bureaus as well. You can send your letter again to the collectors, and you know for a fact they haven't given you anything. Just some of the stuff that I talked about, they had none of it. None of it. They had no idea. They didn't tell you the portfolio they purchased or how much it was for or what gives them the right to do it or you signing away those rights to allow a third party to do it. That's the type of stuff they have to have. I can't ask you to pay me and then say, oh, well, James, you pay me and then you collect from her. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So, all right, cool. Excellent. Anything else that I might help you with You trying to get a, what are your goals? You trying to buy a house, a car? Trying to go on vacation?
I'm trying to buy a house and establish credit, business credit.
Nice.
So I'm trying to look for you for Tradelines and go into business credit since that's a long process.
Yeah, it could be a process, but I appreciate you, and we all wish you the best. We wish you well. We wish you're gonna get your dream house. You're gonna get your business. All right. This is just a stepping stone. I've seen it over and over again. People go from credit repair to business clients and do quite well. So I appreciate you, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Okay.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Watching.
All right. Thank you. You have a great one. Take care. Oh my Lord. Got emails I got to get through later. Some of y'all are sending in your emails right now. Getting them blue, 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 popping up. Sorry, I missed trying to hang up because I got the emails. Okay. Man, I'm sorry. I saw somebody got scammed before. Yes, prior to Brandon, I got scammed from somebody else. So I'm sorry that happened to you, but you stay here, give you as much information as I can for free. You can get reasonably priced products with email support at 609creditrepair.com. You can have us do it for you at theawesomelifegroup.com. It's a little bit more of an investment, but you have a team. We're investing in infrastructure out there with people and repair specialists trained and able to find these violations for you, okay? All right, one more call. Should we do one more call? All right. If we helped out, we're helping people out with their dreams. Give me a thumbs up. All right. Good afternoon. Are you there? Hello. 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 I think we have bad connection. If you can hear me, give me a ring back. Appreciate it. Bye. Nope, that was a dropped call, missed call. All right, so the opportunity is available to the next person. All right, not gonna stay on too long. We're gonna be about an hour. All right, I know y'all want to get to your Saturdays. You want to enjoy your time. You want to enjoy your time off. Everybody wants to enjoy their time off, but everybody's working hard. I got over 100 people in here. I appreciate you being here. All right.
Grasshopper, call for.
All right, good afternoon. I'm getting pumped up, get excited. How can I help you? I hope I can help you.
Hey. Hey, Brian. This is Anthony.
Hey, Anthony. How you doing, sir?
I'm fine. I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So I changed my name.
Nice.
On my driver's license, my social security card, but I do have a bankruptcy and collection account that was included in bankruptcy. How do I get rid of them?
Sure. So I have heard of individuals potentially utilizing something. This is educational information. Everybody does their own stuff, right? So individuals are similar to mine, right? So you can send a letter and say, oh, this is someone similar to me. Because your name is different. It's very difficult for them to fully find names, addresses, socials all tied together. So you change your name, update your name, get the old names off. Update your address, get the old addresses off. Dispute it out of LexisNexis, someone similar to me to the bureaus. That is an option. That is one way of doing it. I'm not saying that that's the only way or the way that you have to do it, but it's potential. The other way is to find, this is the second way, is to find inaccuracies within the reporting. If they say you have some outstanding liabilities or something of this nature, these stuff, collections that are supposed to be included with bankruptcy better say zero. If not, they have to be gone completely because they are zero now. Same thing with any creditor or any liability that you might have with a bankruptcy. You can dispute that in that manner. You can also dispute PACER. I found out that the PACER system that is public record can be disputed and potentially suppressed if your attorney can do so for you, but you can dispute and you can send letters and say, hey, I found inaccuracies in pacer.gov, guys. Pacer.gov is free and anyone can take a look at it. So anyone can say, hey, you know, this is inaccurate information, not me, potentially someone else, something like that. If that's how you feel is best for you, okay? Now, if your bankruptcy is a 13, it's not, right? It's a 7, right?
At the 7.
Okay, cool. So that is strategies that you can utilize. If it was a 13, it's a little bit different because it's active and you're going through the process. That I'll talk to them about, but will be specific for you. So, okay, great. And dispute those inaccurate items included under the bankruptcy first. Knock that stuff out as well, because then that's not there as well. And now you've just got this BK sitting there that you were like, well, there should be stuff. It makes it better. And then you come back around and get that BK. I know it's a process, but
so
you know.
I can dispute.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I can dispute the accounts
Right.
that were included in the bankruptcy by saying, hey, that is not me. I have it's someone else because I have a different name, same social.
What's interesting is you have options. It's interesting because you change your name, you change your address, you change in who you are. And what's interesting is by doing so, you want a new life anyway. It's very intriguing because you know, it's up to you how you want to proceed with that. And once you get inaccurate information off of there, it makes it a lot easier. The bankruptcy starts to hold less weight. It starts to be less of a problem and things like that. So that's a potential for you. And what I was going to say about, oh yeah. So did you have any other concerns besides the bankruptcy? Have you had other issues pop up since then? Some people do.
No, well, so far I froze the Nexus Lexus, I froze the Innovis, I froze the Sage Stream,
right.
While my name was being changed. Should I inform them that I changed my name, or are they going to find out automatically?
They may not find out automatically if you have not applied for new credit with that name. So I had an address that I had to. You haven't?
No, I have not applied for no new credit at all. Okay. But I do have Tradelines on there that belongs to my old name, right, that are in positive good standing.
Right.
And have been open for over a year now. Right. I only have 3 items that were included in the bankruptcy and the bankruptcy itself.
Nice. Excellent. Okay, fantastic.
Before I inform the creditors who I have Tradelines with of my new name, I would like to get rid of the 3 included in bankruptcy account, and then the bankruptcy before I report any new name changes to the original credit to my creditors. That's good?
You got it. You see, you've been watching the videos, you're figuring it out on your own, and you get the system, you get the idea, you get the process, you understand the game, you get it, you understand the process. And that's what's great about our community here is now you're helping someone else out there who may not want to make the call, may not want to ask the question, may not want to raise their hand about their bankruptcy situation. Perfect. Fantastic, man. Well, I appreciate you. Well, what's the goal? After you get this BK off, get in a house, gonna get you a big mansion, man.
In the house.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Get your business square, become a millionaire. All right. Invest in stock market, help others. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So
I'm trying to fly to Japan for free.
Fly to Japan for free, man. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's fantastic. It's all available for you. Once your credit is repaired, you'll be able to get those travel miles, get those cashback cards, get the business, get all that stuff. And your world will really open up. I lived like a quote unquote second-class citizen for a very long time, probably 6-7 years, maybe something, maybe even longer than that. If I had known about credit, maybe a decade, just not knowing and how to leverage it. I didn't have a financial education, didn't know how to do anything, right? But you're here now. The world is opening up. Internet is opening up. So you're well on your way, and so is everybody else. So I appreciate you, man, and I want you to have a great rest of your weekend, okay? You take care.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, you're very welcome. You take care. Bye. All right. Hopefully we're doing really, really good for everybody. Let me see if you got any questions over here. What does CFPB stand for? Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They're supposed to help individuals like us, the consumer. See, we are the consumer, not the customer. Interesting, right? Customers are the banks. We are the consumers. The customer is always right. All right. Good afternoon. Thank you for calling in, and I will do my best to hopefully support you in your credit repair process. Who do I have?
This is Yakima, Brandon.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. I have purchased your Beyond Repair credit kit, and recently, I had froze all my consumer credit report, and I did within my letters, because I stacked some and I sent some, and some that you're able to call.
Yes.
Get the control number so that you can freeze and unfreeze them.
Yes.
But because I did it to all 8 of them. It was Innovis, ARS, LexisNexis, Sage Stream, and thus forth. But moving forward, I have issues with Navient at this point. I'm hearing that they have lawsuits out there, as well as the fact that I send in my IDR, which is my income-driven
repayment program. Yeah.
Right. And so just right after I got my request for IDR, my credit scores dropped significantly. I was like in the 670, 680 area, maybe even the 5s on one of the other bureaus. But now I'm in like the mid to low 400.
Okay. What was happening prior to the IDR? Was it all in collections? Is it rehabbed now? Is the loan all rehabbed?
No. I just recently finished school about 2 years ago with my bachelor's degree in business, and I had it in deferment.
Okay.
And so I was calling them, and then the paper was due in January, but I had a lot of things going on in my family. And then most recently, I had a death of one of my grandchildren.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. But, I got it out right after, I went through all my issues or whatever. But in the meantime, I was in contact with them, letting them know that, I didn't have the time to print it out, but I would as soon as I could, and I would send it right in. So what I did was I sent it in via certified return receipt, and they got it within 3 days. And so right after that, I seen a drastic drop in my credit report.
All right. So did you miss some payments?
They're not asking. They didn't send me anything for payment.
Are there some missed payments on your credit report?
I have like 12 or 13 loans out. They're all in default.
They're all in default.
Yes. And
right.
According to big standards, but I sent that IDR before the email that they sent me came back before they put it in default with the credit bureau.
Right. So the timing was a little off, right? Right. You don't know. You're not sure. You said, oh, well, maybe they got it. Maybe they didn't. Maybe it was late. Maybe it wasn't. Okay. So they're in default. And I'm imagining that this default happened. It doesn't happen overnight, right? So it takes a little time to go into this process. So you can rehab the loan, which will pull them all out of default and make them all positive again very quickly, right? This is what you can do in the short term. Okay, we'll talk long-term plan and short-term plan. Okay, so you can get your credit score up. All right. So, rehab the loan. It will pull them all out of default, and you will be able to get your credit score back. Okay. I'm so sorry that this happened to you. It sucks. This is awful. Now, I've got my notes on student loans on an IDR. Now, which IDR do you have? Because there's different ones.
I can't even be sure. I know that I went on the Navient website, and I just I went in, and because I don't have any employable income, any wage income.
All right.
So
it should be you should have a zero payment is what I'm thinking. You should have. Right. Perfect.
Is it a zero payment or $5?
Or $5. Yeah, $5. What they're doing nowadays, $5. Okay, cool. So you got the lowest one. You got the best one. I definitely hear about this. Okay. Short term, you need to rehab the loan with them. You need to get on this IDR and pay this $5 a month. Get it all positive and cleaned up again. Repair your credit as we do here. Okay. Your credit score will come back. It'll probably take a couple months, but you got to get this rehab squared away. The rehab is usually like, I want to say 5 to 9 payments, 5 to 9 payments to rehab the loan. So then your credit score will come back up. And then in the long term, you can dispute this process. You could potentially consolidate from 12 to 1. Now, careful with the consolidation, guys. The consolidation will change your on-time payment history from paying 12 loans to 1. So it looks like you're paying 1 item instead of 12. So I'm of 2 minds about the consolidation. It can make it easier for you to pay if you want. But so rehab and get it out of default, get on this $5 payment plan, get that going. And then in the long term, you can dispute them off. I've seen people get their student loans off of there and potentially ask them to see, since Navient has so many, I've read from the CFPB, which we're just talking about, Navient has a lot of nasty stuff. They were not doing right by the IDRs. They weren't explaining to you that you could get an IDR. They let your stuff go to default.
That's one of the things that I was having a problem with them with, because in January, I had asked them to send me via paper mail and not via email all my paperwork.
Yes.
And I have to keep calling them and getting it, and it's like I'm not getting it.
Yes. Good. Yeah.
So, I mean, the other thing was that, thank you for answering that question about my student loans out of Whitby. And then the one last question that I had for you is, I did have a Chapter 7 back in 2015.
Okay.
I do have the original paperwork from my lawyer.
Nice.
Which even that paperwork is only showing my last 4 digits and not full SSN on my thing.
Of course.
So I know that the court do not provide information to that requires personal, such as Social Security numbers.
Yeah.
So I believe that I should be able to dispute the bankruptcy and get it off based off of the partial social, nothing more than just that alone. Because if it doesn't have the full social on it, which it should legally, they need to verify, and you can't verify it based off of 4 digits.
Absolutely correct. You can't verify it off of 4 digits, and it's got to come from the original provider of that information, like a courthouse. So if you, and I've seen it, I've seen letters that say we do not supply information to third parties. Like, and they won't even say, they're very cautious about stuff. They don't come out and say like, oh, we don't give information to credit bureaus, but they'll be like, well, we don't provide full socials to, you know what I mean? Like, they're getting it, and then they'll say like, but it's public record, they're getting it from other sources. Well, you can't do that. You can't get it from other sources, and you need the full social, you need the full name, you need the full address, you need it. There's so much that they need. So yes, absolutely. You can absolutely do that. I'm excited for you because you're empowered. You can get that off. I'm also going to type up in the chat here some information about student loan lawyer. I have a gentleman that I have networked with who's really good with student loans as well. I can send you his information and free credit repair lawyer information as well. And that'll go out to all of the people here and all the subscribe tribes. So I'm really glad that you called in, and I'm sorry that this happened to you. I'm sorry that they let this stuff go to default. And I have an article at the CFPB about Navient and how they were being sued. So if you need that kind of information, I can leave that as well in the comments. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
And the letter that you shared earlier, is it in the Beyond Committee package already, or is there something that I have to request from you?
Which letter? What are you talking about?
The letter that you read at the top of the video when you first started.
Yes. You should have that in the Beyond Committed package. If for some reason you can't find it or whatever, just shoot me an email if you have problems or whatnot. I'm always here to support. So let me know. Okay? Sound good? Sorry, you broke up there. What was that?
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Appreciate you. You have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye. All right, guys, this is fantastic. All right, we're going to start wrapping things up, okay? It's Saturday afternoon. I want you to enjoy your time, okay? Y'all helping each other out. CFPB does have articles about this information. They were getting sued, Navient's getting sued for not helping people with their IDRs, not explaining that they could get IDRs. and that they would be able to offset their stuff like this. Not explaining rehabs. They basically are allowing people to rack up debt, have higher interest rates, and make them more money, right? So they got in trouble with that. Let me get this information for student loan lawyer and student loan. So you guys have some information on this. If not, I'll have to put it in the comments below. Here we go. Got it right here. Put this up for y'all. Boom! Your boy doesn't let you down, all right? So let me try and take a couple more questions here. So we've got first round. Wow, Sandra, first round sent and got results back with just experience so far in 2 weeks in 10 medical and 1 other collection for a total of 11 deletions. Thanks, Brandon. You're very welcome. All right, guys, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm going to wrap up. It's been a wonderful hour with you guys. I appreciate you. Make sure that you follow me here, but I'm gonna let you all in a little secret. Maybe y'all can also check me out on Instagram, okay? Because I put out information on Instagram on when I'm going live as well on the gram, okay? You don't have to. You can just hit the bell for notifications. But if you're interested, I post little things, little interesting stuff on Instagram. I bumped into clients and customers on the street who have been pleased and stuff, so it's very cool. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Jewelry Club Direct and New Coast Direct, My Jewelry Club and New Coastal Direct should report to all 3 bureaus. The other ones, Hutton Chase and Ox Publishing, may only report to 1 or 2. So take a look. All right. Whoa, Bella, first round, I got a total of 8 deletions, medical, including an eviction where I co-signed. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Hit the thumbs up button. If you smash that thumbs up, I appreciate you guys. I'm going to let you go. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you all. All right. I'll put my email info at 609creditrepair.com. Great. If you have questions about business credit, your funding, credit repair, student loan stuff, let me know. I'll help you out. I really appreciate you guys being on this live chat with me. Thank you so much. And until I see you in person, guys, all right, I'll see you on the other side. Take care. Hey, also, before I let y'all go, if you're watching the replay, hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications so you know when I'm coming out with this good stuff, all right? All right, I'll see you on the other side. Take care.